shadows and send us in to find them.
126 actual. Target is in the main house. You have execute authority.
Bravo 6. Going dark.
Yes. Modern Warfare 19. I think now that the game has been out for a couple of years, people will start to appreciate what we had. The attention to detail, the animations, bringing back developers from the original Call of Duty 4, re-revolutionizing attachments, weapons, etc. Again, please stop for a second, please. Before you get your comments prepped, I can already see them.
Modern Warfare wasn't that good.
Just give me a moment to explain. Yes, you can still play the game today. However, when a new COD game comes out, the community is split up. And it isn't a fun, full, holistic experience quite like when the game was brand new. But there is an appreciation for the game that I wanted to explore despite its flaws. You see, I loved Modern Warfare 19. It was one of those games that brought me back to the classic Call of Duty 4, COD World at War, Modern Warfare 2, and I used to race home to play hours and hours of COD at that time with my friends. You know, and all my friends did the same exact thing. We would go play hardcore Search and Destroy for hours upon hours into the early waking hours of the morning. The trash talking win streaks and the horrible losses, they all culminated into our friend group, and we wanted nothing more than to be able to play more Call of Duty. For those that were in the same boat as myself, you know how big of an impact Call of Duty was on your gaming experience growing up. Talking about some of the specifics of the game itself, Modern Warfare 19, the engine was in development for about 5 years. That is the engine that the game runs on and the one that we have in Warzone and Vanguard. Black Ops Cold War did a little bit different. The game itself was in development for about 3 years. October 2019 rolls around, and the next thing you know, it is a huge hit across the board. I'm talking massive. Listen to these stats. In 3 days, it was the top-selling $60 game of 2019. It was the best digital opening in Activision history. It's the best-selling COD launch on PC ever. Most digitally pre-ordered game on PS4 ever. It sold the most digital copies in 3 days on PS4 ever. It has more total hours played and total players than any COD in 6 years. Made $600 million in the opening weekend. Now, let's throw those stats aside for a second. Almost all my friends who used to play Call of Duty that fell off of it from, you know, the years prior, bought this game to get back into the Modern Warfare universe because they wanted to get that feeling that we used to get playing hardcore search. You know, hours upon hours of Call of Duty with full parties of our friends began to arise again. It felt like we were kids. You know, the trash talking, the hilarious gameplay and moments. I even started making meme-esque videos based on Modern Warfare called Modern Meme Fair. It helped me get through one of the toughest times of my life. You know, being in the army and being considered broken because my legs were jacked up. Hours of physical therapy. Working a staff job that wasn't what I trained to do or what my job was truly supposed to be. It mentally broke and destroyed me. And, you know, I was in an incredibly dark place in September and October of 2019. But then Modern Warfare came out. And for me at that time, I was able to escape that mentally torturous reality that I kept pushing and digging myself into every single day. Now, the game wasn't perfect. It had and it has its flaws across the board, don't get me wrong. But Modern Warfare wasn't done giving us something to look forward to.
COVID-19 can be characterized as a pandemic.
March 2020, you know, when the pandemic was reaching an all-time high, Call of Duty Warzone was released. Now, I guarantee you, if you clicked on this video, you already know what Warzone is, or you have at least played it. It's a free-to-play battle royale game for those of you that don't understand. It's based around the Modern Warfare universe at the time of its release. It was a large map where the last player or squad alive wins. You versus about 149 other people. This game did more for us than I think we give it credit. It allowed us to escape our reality for however long we played it. All focus was on getting a win with your team. When the world was experiencing so much pain, Call of Duty gave us something to put our energy in. You know, game after game, loss after loss, win after win, this game at the time of release was truly something special. Again, despite its flaws, Verdansk really brought the gaming community together. You know, I was in the army at the time, and I'll never forget being put on work from home orders. Not truly understanding what that meant at the time. It gave me an opportunity, though, to truly work on what I'm doing right now, which is content creation and streaming. And I centered a lot of that around Warzone at the time. You know, I would race to try and finish typing up orders, sending out emails, completing my online training because I wanted nothing more than to be able to play Warzone and begin working on another YouTube video because I was so excited and so dedicated, and it was so much fun. You know, the Call of Duty community is very large, it's diverse, it's bizarre. Bizarre because of how much hate people will receive for showing appreciation or enjoyment from a game within the series that individual that is specifically spreading that hate didn't enjoy. You know, I'll be the first to admit that I couldn't stand Blop's Cold War. I still don't like it. But if you liked it, that's awesome. Congrats to you. Truly, and I mean that. I'm not saying that facetiously. But I want to say this. Modern Warfare 2019 brought us together. It was the basis for what Warzone started out as. You know, content exploded across TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. You name the social media platform, you probably saw stuff relating to Modern Warfare in some way, shape, or form. Now, the inception of hackers and cheaters on the game is a completely separate rabbit hole that we could go to, and we could go down so many different rabbit holes with this. But the one thing I want to talk about is just how it kept us together, how gaming was kind of centered around each other at that time during the pandemic had started. You know, the hacking and cheating, it did create another subsection of people that, you know, could band together and relate to each other on how frustrating it was dealing with hackers and cheaters. You know, in a way, if you've seen Band of Brothers, there's a leader that's in there, Captain Sobel.
You people are at the position of attention. When did you sew on these chevrons, Sergeant Lipton? Yesterday, sir. Long enough to notice this. Revoked.
Where all of the people within that company, the soldiers in that company, talk about how if they didn't have Captain Sobel being one of the worst leaders they had ever experienced, allowing them to band together mentally in saying, we are all under this really bad leader, but we all have experienced it together, and because of that, we came out stronger people. Honestly, in a way, I like to think that Call of Duty Warzone allowing us, and Modern Warfare 19, allowing us to really band together in community through gaming and with your friends at the time when a lot of people were working from home, really built a sense of community, a sense of almost tribalship, and it brought people together. Thanks everybody for tuning in. I appreciate it. Let me know your thoughts on this video. Did you think that Modern Warfare 19 brought people together? Do you think that Warzone did as well? I'd kind of wrap them up into one because Modern Warfare is the basis and crux of what Warzone had become. I appreciate you all. We're streaming Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sundays, 7:30 p.m. Central Time over at Twitch. Be sure to check that out. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next video. Take care, everybody.
I get the shivers whenever I'm thinking about you.